Our basketball program here at IMG Academy is so unique to anywhere else in the world.
IMG has claimed the Geico National Championship.
We've had 7 McDonald's All-Americans in the last 3 years. IMG is first and foremost a developmental academy. We have players from middle school all the way up to our post-grad program. We are sending a high percentage of our boys on to play in college, whether it's Division I, II, or III. Our commitment and the amount of time that we put into each individual to have them grow to be the best player that they can be is something that you can't find anywhere else.
The academic programs at IMG Academy are designed to be complementary to our athletic programs, but our goal is to be admitted and successful at the nation's most select institutions. The competition that's out on the field or on the court turns over into the classroom where students are looking to push themselves. Each year, we generally feature National Merit Scholars, AP Scholars, the Service Academies, the Ivy Leagues, elite academic D3 institutions, and everywhere in between. Ultimately, we want to provide the best fit for each of our student athletes. The academic program has 3 tracks. First and foremost is our college preparatory track. Then we have a full honors track beginning in 8th grade. And then lastly, we have AP courses for our most academically competitive students. Over the last few years, the academic program has grown both in its physical size, as we recently added 30,000 square feet for an increased number of classrooms, a dedicated English as a second language space, 2 hands-on engineering labs, as well as a broadcast TV studio space. We've increased the overall number of faculty to help keep our class sizes down, as well as add depth and breadth to the curriculum by adding new courses each year. At IMG Academy, our goal is to provide the skills and the knowledge to help our student athletes prepare for success at their chosen college or university.
Run.
We're going to talk a little bit about wall training. Let's go.
We're going to go 3 different types of lunges.
Just keep that back flat. Today we're going to take you through a full body workout. So let's go.
You ever have that day? You know, that day, that very moment, you got better. Your better got better. What if that day was every day? Do you really think the greatest of all time just came from nowhere? Of course not. Because everyone starts somewhere, and champions start here. Grown rep by rep, conditioned by pro-level coaches who have earned their stripes. Built in elite camps, training day after day. Drilled until second nature becomes first. Start at IMG Academy.
It's been almost a year since COVID-19 canceled the IMG Academy Ascenders' chances to repeat as Geico National Champions, but they'll get a clean slate tonight as they welcome Sarasota's Booker Tornadoes to Bradenton. Good evening, everyone. My name is Ryan Sudol, and welcome into the IMG Academy Basketball Gymnasium for the opening tip-off of IMG's 2020-2021 basketball season. Just 2 weeks ago, IMG alums Josh Green and Kenyon Martin Jr. were drafted to the Dallas Mavericks and the Sacramento Kings in the NBA, while names like Jeremiah Robinson-Earl, Armando Bacot, and Zach Edey, and many more have been making waves across college basketball in the season's early going. Tonight, some familiar faces for the Ascenders will team up with some impact newcomers on their way back to a Geico National Championship. Starting on the floor for the Booker Tornadoes, number 1, King Winkfield, number 5, Paul McLeod, number 15, Jovan Palavra, number 21, Trayvon Hinson, and number 24, Jason Palavra, the brothers. They are wearing their black jerseys, purple numerals. Guarding up top, that is number 0, Jaden Bradley for the Ascenders. He is joined by number 2, Tamar Bates, number 3, Eric Daly Jr., number 14, Musa Diabate, and number 15, Gus Yalden will be your big men down low. And for Booker, that is McLeod. Finds Jovan Palavra. Rolling to his right, trying to get down low. Booker outmatched size-wise by the IMG Academy Ascenders, currently ranked anywhere from number 2 to number 3 in the country, behind only Montverde out of Orlando, a team they had some struggles with last season. Now, Jovan Palavra will turn the ball over, and we'll see IMG on offense for the first time. Jaden Bradley will bring it up the court, one of the newcomers for the Ascenders this year. Just about everyone on the floor with D1 looks or commitments, and now Tamar Bates for 3. He gets it. Tamar Bates, a commit to University of Texas. Of course, the other commitment just being made the last couple of weeks, Musa Diabate, your big man in the middle, out of Paris, France, will be going to play at the University of Michigan. And Michigan fans also going to be taking a look at number 13, Jed Howard, the son of Fab 5 member, former Michigan great Jawan Howard, currently the head coach. So with Thanksgiving just this past week, I have a feeling you might see a pair of Michigan Wolverines tonight. Jed, of course, just a junior. And now the pull-up jumper by Jaden Bradley, no good. 3-0, the early Ascender lead. Driving down, King Winkfield. Now from the corner for 3, Paul McLeod drains it. Now Bradley finds Eric Daly Jr. Musa Diabate is going to take a 3 from the corner, no good. Rebound for the Ascenders and a foul. Eric Daly Jr. The foul will be on Trayvon Hinson. His first. Now Daly to the line, shooting 2. The first one is good. And Daly Jr. perfect from the line to start the Ascenders up 5-3. This will be Jovan Palavra with the inbound. IMG now with the full court pressure. Trying to slow down Booker's attack, intercepted by Eric Daly Jr. Trying to tip it up. He's going to take it himself and slam it home. Eric Daly Jr., an impact player from last year's team. And a timeout will be taken by Booker with 5:41 remaining in the first quarter. Ascenders with the early lead, 7-3. This will be a 30-second timeout. And again, in looking at some of the recruiting numbers, some of the top players, Musa Diabate listed as the number 7 senior in the country. Again, mentioned he is committed to be playing at the University of Michigan up in Ann Arbor. And then the juniors, one you will not see tonight, Jarris Walker is sitting. He is in the top 10 of the ESPN 60. And Jaden Bradley also listed as the number 6 player, number 6 junior in the country. So a lot of top-level talent on the court tonight for IMG Academy. And now Daly with another steal. Feeds back to Eric Daly Jr., jumps from the free throw line, left elbow, and he is fouled. And they'll call McLeod for the foul. Subbing in for Booker will be Jovan's brother, Jason Palavra. Now the inbound to Yalden. Just takes a quick touch and puts it in. His first shot is good for IMG as they start to pull away. You can see this IMG defense just absolutely suffocating in the early going. Trying to get that one into Yalden. It's given away. Swings through. Diabate gets a hand on it, but deflects off the fingers of Jalen Oliver. It'll be IMG ball. Bradley over to Daly Jr. back up top. Now Bradley pulls up. Bradley driving baseline, finds Daly Jr. for 3, no good. Yalden with the rebound and the putback. Gus Yalden, one of the taller players on the court right now and one of the stronger ones as well. And there you see IMG fighting for it. Diabate able to win it. Gets Tamar Bates and now down low. Bradley is blocked. Jason Palavra looking for King Wingfield and rejected. Eric Daly Jr. And that will force King Wingfield to take a timeout, but Eric Daly Jr. going from half court and just absolutely jumping out of the gym to reject that one. This will be a 30-second timeout for Booker. Ascenders lead 11-3. Again, in talking about some of the former IMG alums, Lynn Kidd from one of last year's teams, currently playing at Clemson, Mark Williams for Duke, Jaden Springer for Tennessee, Matt Morrell for Ole Miss, and then we mentioned the 2 McDonald's All-Americans, Armando Bacot Jr., currently playing at University of North Carolina. They are actually playing right now at the same time. And then Jeremiah Robinson Earl, one of the best freshmen in the country last year, currently playing at Villanova. Now the inbound is lost. And sub coming in for Booker will be Joey Winter. The Booker Tornadoes just about 15 minutes away down in Sarasota. We're here in Bradenton, Florida. Diabate turns, drives in the key, floats one off the window, no good. Diabate now just with the easy steal and the quick slam. Musa Diabate has his first 2 points of the game. Ascenders now up by 10. Diabate again gets a deflection to it. Now Bates finds Eric Daly Jr. going to the hoop again. And another timeout is going to have to be burned by Booker. Again, IMG with that full court press absolutely shutting down the Tornadoes. 15-3, the IMG Academy lead. Again, you can interact with all things IMG Academy, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Follow along at IMG Academy. Again, if you're watching on the Facebook live feed, you can drop any questions or comments you have in there. I'll try to address them throughout the broadcast. Again, some of the other new names that you'll see for IMG Academy this year: Anthony Gilkis, Ezra Osar, Jet Howard we mentioned, and then Josh Ozabor out of South Africa, and then Lewis Hutchinson is also currently hurt, and Jarris Walker, also one of the top juniors in the nation. This is his third year at IMG Academy. Stood out with that 2019 Geico National Championship team as a freshman and continued his success last year here in Bradenton. So 15-3, the Ascender lead, 3:34 remaining in the first quarter. And again, that full court press from IMG Academy. Just dominating and causing problems. Not being able to get some of these passes off, but that leaves them open to that, and the slam. Trayvon Henson. And quickly back the other way, Bradley finds Bates. Around the wing to Daly. Subbing in for IMG now, that is Jet Howard, younger son of NBA and Michigan player Jawan. Now Jet Howard pulls up for three. Just long. Daly tries to get the putback slam. No good. Now Winkfield tries to get around Daly Jr. Winkfield driving, able to get a finger roll. Jet Howard gets a hand to it. And you see numbers 13 and 14 there with defense, but the three from Paul McLeod, his second of the day. The Ascenders back quickly. Now pulling up for three. Bradley, good! Jaden Bradley gets his first points of the night. Ascenders lead back to 10, and now Bradley takes this one, steals, tries to get the finger roll up and under, and good. Now the Ascenders will reset. Bates gets a finger to it for the steal. And he loses the handle. He's trying to get it to Musa Diabate down court. And it'll end back up. And they'll call the foul on Musa Diabate. His first. The Ascenders with the 12-point lead, 1:58 remaining. Yet you can get all your IMG Academy gear. Go to www.shopimg.com, your official IMG Academy online retailer. Winkfield, guarded by Bates. Pressure coming. Tries to get through. Diabate gets a hand to it. Looked like it may have gone off the foot of Trayvon Henson. They will give it back. Ascender ball. Now checking in, Josh Ozabor out of Johannesburg, South Africa. So not just a national team, but an international team here for IMG Academy. And now the interception by Winkfield. No one to beat. He gets the finger roll, and good. King Winkfield gets the Booker Tornadoes into double digits. Now Bradley commanding the floor, swings it over to Bates. Into the corner for Ozabor. Now Musa Diabate fakes the three. And they're going to say he traveled. And the turnover will go back for Booker. And that Ascender defense forces the bad pass. It'll be Ascender ball. Bradley with the inbound to Diabate. Jet Howard pulls up. Hits the back of the iron and off. King Winkfield pulls up for three, trying to get the Tornadoes back into it. They trail by 10. And just taken away by Bradley. And now it's Bates. The Ascenders have numbers and fouled going to the hoop. Tamar Bates will go to the line for two. And that will be the second foul on Trayvon Henson. Bates' first one up and good. And the second one falls as well. The Sender's now up 12. It's 22-10. And the errant pass will go out of bounds and given back to the Ascenders. Substitution coming in. This is Sonny Jenkins for the Tornadoes. And for the inbound play for Diabate. And that's going to be a foul against Henson again, I believe. That is his third just here in the first quarter alone. He's going to have to watch in early foul trouble. And Musa Diabate, and that's a inbound play that we have seen at IMG Academy over the last 2 seasons. Try and get the slam off that. Diabate's first free throw is up and good. This will be Kenson Olance. Diabate's second. Bounces around and falls out. King Wingfield brings it up for the Tornadoes, guarded by Tamar Bates. 30 seconds remain in this first quarter. Ascenders with a 13-point lead. Wingfield tries to shake Bates, and now the floater goes in. Howard brings it up. We're down to 15 seconds. Over to Bates. Back to Jed Howard. Tamar Bates looking for three. Good! Tamar Bates with his second three. He's got 8 in the first quarter. And on the final play, it will just be dribbled out by the Booker Tornadoes after 8 minutes of play. The IMG Academy Ascenders lead the Booker Tornadoes 26-12. You're watching Ascender basketball on IMG Academy TV. Welcome back to the IMG Academy Basketball Gymnasium, getting ready for second quarter action. The Ascenders leading 26-12. Again, have basically been running a full court press the entire first quarter that caused plenty of turnover problems for the Tornadoes. Ozabor has Jed Howard baseline. Out for Bradley for three, no good. Off the hands of Daly, but King Wingfield able to keep it in and drive quickly for Booker. The behind the back pass, setting up a three, just short. Bradley with the rebound. Then quickly going the other way. Jed Howard driving baseline, looking for an outlet. Has Eric Daly Jr. 3-ball, corner pocket, just short. Now Bradley back to Daly Jr. under the baseline, can't hold on to it. Mishandles the dribble and out of bounds. It'll go back for Booker. Now the pressure, loses the handle. Mario Evans down low, Wingfield now, fade away, jumper, got it. King Wingfield with the first points of the second quarter. Now Jed Howard has Jaden Bradley up top for Ozabor, and that one is deflected out of play and toward the scorer's table. 6:56 remaining. Inbound for Bradley. Daly Jr. pulls up for another three attempt. No good. Rebound to Booker. And now pulling up. DeMario just short. Eric Daly Jr. gets the rebound. Ascender scoring has slowed down just a little bit here at the start of the second. Jed Howard just barrels through the entire Tornadoes team and gets his first points of the game. Go back up top to McLeod, guarded by Ozabor. Into the corner. Pressure coming and a nice floater. Mario Evans. Now the Ascenders slow things down. Bradley up top running point. Jed Howard for three. Good. Now Booker tries to get it down court quickly. And right there, Gus Yalden with the block. Didn't even have to jump. Now the pull up for three, no good. Jed Howard gets the rebound and will bring it back down court for the Ascenders, looking for the alley-oop. Eric Daly Jr. with a one-handed chance. And Ozabor is fouled, and his head hit the floor hard. That looked very bad. Luckily, his back hit first, but his head definitely slammed the court. And Ozabor and Bradley will have a seat. Coming back on will be Bates and Diabate. Out to Eric Daly Jr. Into the corner for three. Good. Tamar Bates with his third three of the night. He's got 11, leading all scorers. Wingfield into the corner has McLeod. McLeod hits the front of the iron and bounces back into the hands of Moussa Diabate. Now Jed Howard makes the three, and now into the corner for Bates again. Diabate gets a hand to it and just tripped up a little bit as Kenson Alance. The ball will go back for IMG Academy. Inbound to Moussa Diabate. Swings to the corner for Jed Howard. For three, he gets it. And Jed Howard with 8 points in the second quarter. Now quickly for Palavra going for the dunk. Rebound goes to Jed Howard. Yalden would have had it if Howard didn't. Now Daly Jr. That left elbow. Swings back Jed Howard looking for another three. Diabate with the rebound and the easy putback. And tripped up, Jed Howard's going to get called for the foul. Unintentional. As Sonny Jenkins trying to quickly get down. Senders lead. Now 23 points. And we'll see Anthony Gilkis for the first time. Number 1 for IMG Academy. King Wingfield, guarded by Diabate. Now Wingfield swings out for Palavra for three. And that is Jason Palavra on the baseline, inbounding for Booker. Tries to get it into the corner, and it's intercepted by Bates. And Yalden now is going to take a chance from deep and gets it. Gus Yalden the third with the three. Now for Booker, swinging into the corner, a long two-pointer, no good. Diabate. And Eric Daly Jr. Yalden Turns around, trying to fight baseline. Off the backboard and down. Gus Yalden. He's got 9 on the night. Ascenders starting to pull away, 44-16. Palavra whips this one just under the basket. And Demario Evans is able to get his second basket of the quarter. 44-18, looking for Eric Daly Jr. on the alley-oop and just missed. Right shape, wrong size, but have a feeling they'll try that again in the second half. It'll be King Winkfield bringing up the ball for the Tornadoes. Coming off a disappointing loss to Sarasota's Riverview Rams. So far, their only FHSAA game of the year. Down low, Palavra is able to get some. Jason Palavra with his first points of the day. Gilkis finds Daly Jr. looking baseline, loses the handle. Diabate scoops it up. Has Gilkis up top. Tamar Bates thinks about shooting, goes back to Gilkis, drives, trying to find Yalden and taken away by Booker. Driving is McLeod. Hands back off for Winkfield. Taking a deep three. Diabate gets a hand to it. And now Musa drives to Gilkis from the corner. No good. Diabate gets the rebound. Bounces around out of the hands of Tamar Bates. It'll end up back in the hands of Daly Jr. And then just a miscommunication goes off Gilkis' hands. And Booker trying quickly in transition to get the easy basket. McLeod puts it off the glass and the rim and no good. Eric Daly Jr. rushing, has Tamar Bates. King Winkfield's able to come up with it. So 2 quick turnovers. Now Jovan Palavra for 3, gets it. His first bucket of the night is a big one for number 15. As Booker has brought it back within 21. Bates, now Daly Jr. tries to answer back, and he does. Eric Daly Jr. with his first 3 of the night. Winkfield, guarded by Diabate and Yalden. And again, the errant pass ends up back into the hands of Booker. And trying to penetrate and get close to the hoop has been very tough, and the block by Daly Jr. and then finally falling on the second effort from Winkfield. Yalden wanted it under. Instead, it's going to be Gilkis taking a 3 and making it. Anthony Gilkis with his first basket of the night. It's a 3-pointer to put the Ascenders at double the score of Booker, but then quickly King Winkfield drives uncontested to the basket to get into double digits. He has 10 of the Tornadoes' 27 points. Gilkis takes the 3 again, now pulls up baseline jumper, just long, but Diabate's there for the easy layback. Winkfield now with 10 seconds. Ascender defense trying to force another turnover with now 5. And looking for 3, Paul McLeod. He's got 9 on the night, and the full court effort is no good, but after 2 quarters of play here at the Bradenton IMG Academy Basketball Gymnasium, Ascenders 52, Tornadoes 30. You are watching Ascender Basketball on IMG Academy TV.
Our basketball program here at IMG Academy is so unique to anywhere else in the world.
IMG has claimed the Geico National Championship.
We've had 7 McDonald's All-Americans in the last 3 years. IMG is first and foremost a developmental academy. We have players from middle school all the way up to our post-grad program. We are sending a high percentage of our boys on to play in college, whether it's Division I, II, or III. Our commitment and the amount of time that we put into each individual to have them grow to be the best player that they can be is something that you can't find anywhere else.
Welcome to the Bradenton area, where the easy pace of island life comes naturally in this coastal playground with endless white sand beaches, stunning natural preserves, relaxing vibes all around, and it's a seafood lover's paradise. Stay a while to explore downtown Bradenton with top-rated attractions and a friendly community set along the Bradenton Riverwalk. Come lose yourself in the sun-drenched Gulf Coast of Florida and change your reality in the Bradenton area. Learn more at BradentonGulfIslands.com.
The academic programs at IMG Academy are designed to be complementary to our athletic programs, but our goal is to be admitted and successful at the nation's most select institutions. The competition that's out on the field or on the court turns over into the classroom where students are looking to push themselves. Each year, we generally feature National Merit Scholars, AP Scholars, the Service Academies, the Ivy Leagues, elite academic D3 institutions, and everywhere in between. Ultimately, we want to provide the best fit for each of our student athletes. The academic program has 3 tracks. First and foremost is our college preparatory track. Then we have a full honors track beginning in 8th grade. And then lastly, we have AP courses for our most academically competitive students. Over the last few years, the academic program has grown both in its physical size, as we recently added 30,000 square feet for an increased number of classrooms, a dedicated English as a second language space, 2 hands-on engineering labs, as well as a broadcast TV studio space. We've increased the overall number of faculty to help keep our class sizes down, as well as add depth and breadth to the curriculum by adding new courses each year. At IMG Academy, our goal is to provide the skills and the knowledge to help our student athletes prepare for success at their chosen college or university.
Run.
We're going to talk a little bit about wall training. Let's go.
We're going to go 3 different types of lunges.
Just keep that back flat. Today we're going to take you through a full body workout. So let's go.
You ever have that day? You know, that day, that very moment, you got better. Your better got better. What if that day was every day? Do you really think the greatest of all time just came from nowhere? Of course not. Because everyone starts somewhere, and champions start here. Grown rep by rep, conditioned by pro-level coaches who have earned their stripes. Built in elite camps, training day after day. Drilled until second nature becomes first. Start at IMG Academy.
About everyone on the floor with D1 looks
or commitments, and now Tamar Bates for three. He gets it. Trying to slow down Booker's attack, intercepted by Eric Daly Jr. Trying to tip it up. He's going to take it himself and slam it home. Eric Daly Jr. Now the inbound to Yalden. Just takes a quick touch and puts it in. His first shot. Bradley driving baseline, finds Daly Jr. for three. No good. Yalden with the rebound and the putback. Jason Palavra looking for King.
Wingfield and rejected. Eric Daly Jr. Diabate now just with the easy steal and the quick slam. Flexion to it. Now Bates finds Eric Daly Jr. going to the hoop again. Not being able to get some of these passes off, but that leaves them open to that and the slam. Trayvon Hinson. Now pulling up for three. Bradley, good. Jaden. And for the inbound play for Diabate. And that's going to be a foul against Hinson again, I believe. Tamar Bates looking for three. Good! Sender scoring has slowed down just a little bit here at the start of the second. Jed Howard just barrels through the entire Tornadoes team and gets his point down. Bradley up top running point. Jed Howard for three. Good! Daly Jr. into the corner for three. Good! Tamar Bates with his third three of the night. He's got 11. Down to Moussa Diabate. Swings to the corner for Jed Howard. For three, he gets it. And Jed Howard with 8 points in the second quarter. Swings back, Jed Howard looking for another three. Diabate with the rebound and the easy putback. And Yalden now is going to take a chance from deep and gets it. Gus Yalden the third with the three. Eric Daly Jr. Yalden turns around, trying to fight baseline. Off the backboard and down. Gus Yalden. Bates, now Daly Jr. tries to answer back, and he does. Eric Daly Jr. with his first. Yalden wanted it under. Instead, it's going to be Gilkis taking a three and making it. Welcome back to the IMG Academy Basketball Gymnasium, where the Ascenders lead the visiting Booker Tornadoes 52-30. My name is Ryan Sudol, getting ready for second half action with you here in Bradenton, Florida. Some first half stats for you. Jaden Bradley with 5 points, Anthony Gilkis with 3. Tamar Bates leads all scorers with 11. Eric Daly Jr. has 9 of his own. Jed Howard with 8. Moussa Diabate with 7. And Gus Yalden with 9. On the other side for Booker, King Wingfield leading all of their scorers with 10 points. Mario Evans Jr. has 4. Paul McLeod with 9. Jovan Palavra with 3. Trayvon Hinson with 2. And Jason Palavra with 2 as well. Again, if you want to interact with the broadcast and you're watching on Facebook Live, go ahead, drop some questions. There are a couple. Someone asking if the kid from Baltimore is playing. Believe you're referring to Lewis Hutchinson, the guard from Upper Marlboro, Maryland. He is actually not playing. He is in a sling on the sideline. He is one of 2 injuries, the other being Jarris Walker, one of the top juniors in the nation. Ascenders with the 22-point lead. That is Tamar Bates. Guarding King Wingfield. Trying to work his way around the perimeter. McLeod's going to take a three to start the second half. No good. And it is Bradley that's going to come up with it, and it looks like we should have a held ball. And we'll see which way the possession arrow goes. It will be for IMG Academy. They will be going left to right on your screen for this second half. And if the Ascenders get out to a 35-point lead, the running clock will begin. As per FHSAA rules. And technically with COVID canceling last year's Geico National Champions, IMG Academy is still technically your defending national champions from 2019. And Jaden Bradley will bring it up for the Ascenders. Bradley feeds Bates, now Daly from the corner for three, no good, rolls off. Yalden is there, and then trying to tip it back in is Diabate, fighting for it. And a foul is called. And that will be on Trayvon Hinson. That is his fourth. And that will send Yalden to the stripe for two. And the first one for Yalden does not fall. The 6'8" sophomore out of Appleton, Wisconsin, has the second one fall. That puts him in double digits. And they'll say that the Tornadoes player McLeod looks like Yalden may have had his foot out of bounds while touching the ball, so the ball will go back to Booker. Wingfield able to save it on their side of the court. Now McLeod looking for three. Off the back of the iron and no good. Bradley brings it up. Finds Bates. Nice step back, pull up three, no good. Daly Jr. trying to bring it down. Instead, it rolls off his fingers and out. And that'll be a turnover. .6:43 remaining in the third quarter. Daly Jr. now trying to get a hand to it. Palavra trying to drive on Musa Diabate, nothing doing, and then Diabate able to extend his hand. Tamar Bates looking for the highlight reel, one-handed slam. Tamar Bates, and future Texas Longhorn. Wingfield pulls up, top of the key, good. Bradley quickly finds Diabate down low, who was tripped up. Ball goes back for Booker. McLeod's going to pull up for three. Uncontested, no good. Rebound to Bates. Now Bradley settles things down. Daly Jr. to Yalden in the corner. Tries to fight away. Now Daly Jr. steps up, draws the foul, and he will go to the line. The foul is on Jovan Palavra. That is his first. First one from Daly Jr. is good. That puts him in double digits. 5:46 remaining in the third. Daly Jr.'s second falls as well. .25 lead for IMG Academy and the Ascenders, and they'll stick with the full court press. King Wingfield trying to get around Bradley. Swings around Musa Diabate, trying to pick the pocket of Jason Palavra, and he gets the teardrop floater. Bates has Eric Daly Jr. tipped away from Yalden. Diabate's under the hoop. He's able to get it. They're going to say he traveled. That is the second time he's called for traveling under the basket. And Eric Daly Jr. trying to get another steal. And the ball will stay with Booker. And Yalden is tripped. Almost draws a foul. Wingfield driving. Moussa Diabate able to get the interception. Has Tamar Bates. Bates looking for the slam again, and a repeat of his last one. Palavra finds Wingfield on the baseline, takes it back up top. Now the pressure coming in this one. Intercepted by Eric Daly Jr. looking for the slam, and he gets one. Now the Ascenders starting to pull away. The fatigue starting to settle in for Booker Tornadoes. Driving to the basket, trying to get over Yalden. And is DeMario Evans. Now driving Bradley, looking for the alley-oop to Diabate, but Diabate lost his footing. And the pressure coming from IMG. From the corner, the long three attempt, no good. The Ascenders up 61-36. Now Bates is going to take a look at another three. This one goes back into the hands of Bradley. Diabate, uncontested under the basket, will slam it home. Palavra trying to get around the future Wolverine. Dishes back out to Evans, and he gets a three. DeMario Evans now with 9. Diabate looking to drive baseline, pulls back, the fadeaway, good. Now from the free throw line, the floater, and an offensive foul. Jamarian Summers looked like he had 2 instead. The charge is taken, and it will be a Ascender ball. Tamar Bates will have a seat. Coming on for IMG Academy again will be Jed Howard and also Ezra Asar out of Atlanta, Georgia. Now Diabate for Howard, back up top to Bradley, and now Jed Howard takes a three, no good. And they'll say Eric Daly Jr. stepped out of bounds on the baseline and give the ball right back to Booker. And a pull-up three from distance. No good for Booker. Jaden Bradley. Now back down low to Moussa Diabate, and again, with the size of Moussa Diabate, almost impossible to stop him if he gets the ball from within 5 feet. Now the little layup off the glass, no good. And now the alley-oop trying to get to Jed Howard. He'll have to settle for the lay-in, but Jed Howard gets his first points of the second half. Ezra Asar gets a hand to that and a 10-second violation. The full court press pays off. So the Ascenders will get the ball in their half. Bradley steps up to the top. Eric Daly Jr. pulls up for three. Bounces around and finally falls. Eric Daly Jr. having a big third quarter. Dribbling back, that is Sonny Jenkins. Trying to drive into the lane and looking for a man to pass to. Wanted to find Jalen Oliver instead, just outside of his reach. Diabate will have the inbound for IMG Academy. And thank you for spending your Monday night with us here in Bradenton. Now Diabate. Swung back out to Bradley. Jed Howard fakes the three, steps up, dishes back over to Daly Jr. for three and gets it. He's got 10 in the third quarter, 19 on the night. And now the block coming from Ezra Asar. Now Jed Howard looking for the alley-oop to Diabate and finishes. Now the Ascenders up 38, so the FHSAA running clock will be instituted. And Eric Daly Jr. will be called for the foul, the reach. As the clock continues to tick away, 77-39, the Ascender lead. And Musa Diabate is going to get a technical. And sounded like he was taunting the inbound player. Didn't hear exactly what was said, but the referee made it very clear, so this will be Paul McLeod going to the line for two. First one is good. And both are good, and Booker will stay with the ball. Again, technical fouls are one of the only times the clock will stop. Technical fouls and coaches' timeouts. And now, again, that swarming defense from IMG Academy. Dishes back out, McLeod for three, gets it. Paul McLeod with 5 quick points for the Booker Tornadoes. Bradley with 1 second, driving, didn't see the clock, and that is how the third quarter will end. IMG Academy 77, Booker High School 43. You are watching Ascender basketball on IMG Academy TV. Welcome back to the IMG Academy Basketball Gymnasium. Fourth quarter action for the IMG Academy Ascenders, one of the top teams in the nation, welcoming the local Booker Tornadoes. Again, not just basketball success here at IMG Academy, also defending baseball national champions, as well as right now a pending mythical football national championship, according to Max Preps, having the #1 team in the country. And losing the handle there, diving for it. Able to scoop it up, and then he's tripped. Sonny Jenkins probably going to be called for that foul. So Tamar Bates now has Jed Howard. Jed Howard with plenty of offers, but many expect him to go play and do that for his father at the University of Michigan. Jed Howard with a three. He's got 13 on the night. And many Wolverines fans texting me today and asking about Jet and Musa. Obviously with Jet Howard, a junior, still has plenty of time to make his decision. And the long three, rebound by Bradley. Jed Howard and Musa Diabate will join J.J. McCarthy, star quarterback of the IMG Academy football program. Again, not just football, basketball, and baseball, but also track and field, golf, tennis, soccer, and lacrosse played here on campus. Howard has Ozabor. Down low, Asar gets the little finger roll off the glass and down. .6:30 remaining in the game. The Ascender lead back to 38. And now taken away. Tamar Bates looking for the alley-oop to Howard, who just drops it off the glass. Jed Howard. Now driving into the corner, King Winkfield. McLeod pulls up for three from the corner, short. Looking for the deep ball to Bradley. Jaden Bradley draws the foul, tries to get the and one. Instead, he'll just go to the line for two. Jaden Bradley, his first points since the first quarter. And a little miscommunication with Gilkis. And Jaden Bradley's second will be good. Five minutes remaining. Here the Ascenders almost doubling up Booker High School. Now McLeod has Hinson. Back out to Winkfield. Trying to get around Ezra Asar. And that is rejected by Ozabor. Instead it is Asar getting the foul. Here the head coach for the Booker Tornadoes, Marcus Black, shouting out his commands. And the head coach for IMG Academy, Sean McAloon, having a successful start to his next campaign here at IMG Academy. McLeod driving, turning, back out for Hinson. Able to keep it, forces his way down, and they're going to call a blocking foul, or they will call an offensive foul. And for Hinson, that is his fifth. Jed Howard has Gilkis. Now Ozabor. He'll decide to take it himself. Instead, Eric Daly Jr. with the rebound and slam. Jed Howard trying to get the steal. Now Ozabor loses. Eric Daly Jr. looking for the block. The layup is short. And that'll go out of play. McLeod will bring it up for the Tornadoes with just over 2.5 minutes remaining. Winkfield pulls up for three. Drains it from a long distance. King Winkfield. Eric Daly Jr. has Jed Howard. Back out Gilkis. Now drives into the lane. Dishes back out to Ozabor. And this one is intercepted and kept in, and Booker trying to get a highlight. They'll just take the easy layup. Jalen Oliver. Jed Howard now pulls up for three and drains it. King Wingfield. And guarded by Jed Howard. Pulling around to Mario Evans. Now driving, Jed Howard was there. McLeod will take the deep three, no good. Looking for the rebound was Eric Daly Jr. The Tornadoes will settle it down with 90 seconds remaining. Evans looking for three, bounces around, no good. Rebound to Jed Howard. Howard looking for the little floater. Ozabor with the rebound, and he's on the board. Josh Ozabor. And now 1 minute remaining between the Tornadoes and the Ascenders. The Ascenders looking to get their first win here at the IMG Academy Basketball Gymnasium. And they'll call the kickball against King Wingfield and slow down the pace a little bit, as Anthony Gilkis was off to the races and would have been looking for a Sports Center highlight. Now Jed Howard up top, swings it over to Eric Daly Jr. Pulls back to Howard. To Asor, and now up top again for Gilkis. 24 seconds remaining. Eric Daly Jr. pulls up for three, just long. And now Asar able to get it back, and the basket's going to count. So Ezra Asar will try and complete the three-point play. Foul is against Demario Evans. And that will do it. So after 4 quarters of play, the IMG Academy Ascenders will finish 97-49 against the local team, the Booker Tornadoes, again, who put up a great fight against one of the top teams in the nation. And don't forget to stay tuned to all social media avenues for IMG Academy, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to see what scheduled games are coming up. Varsity football playing for their first state championship on Friday night, and then Saturday, IMG Academy basketball will be back in action here at home against the Rock out of Gainesville, Florida. Your final score again, 97-49 in favor of the Ascenders for everyone here at IMG Academy. My name is Ryan Sudol saying so long from the Suncoast.
Our basketball program here at IMG Academy is so unique to anywhere else in the world.
IMG has claimed the Geico National Championship.
We've had 7 McDonald's All-Americans in the last 3 years. IMG is first and foremost a developmental academy. We have players from middle school all the way up to our post-grad program. We are sending a high percentage of our boys on to play in college, whether it's Division I, II, or III. Our commitment and the amount of time that we put into each individual to have them grow to be the best player that they can be is something that you can't find anywhere else.